Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Himes, and this week we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week Danielle Fox and softball coach Phil McSpadden. Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week Danielle Fox, a senior from Yukon, Oklahoma, 6-1 on the year with a 1.30 earned run average going into Tuesday's games. And after being hurt most of last year, you're starting to get healthy this year. What has that been like coming off the injury?
I mean, I've had to work back, to get back in shape and get everything fine-tuned, but I'm just blessed to be on the field and be healthy and playing my senior year and, helping out the team in any way that I can.
What is your mindset when you're in the circle?
Throw strikes, get on top early, and just get them out.
Do you have kind of a go-to pitch?
I love throwing my knuckleball. It's my actual favorite pitch that I just developed later on in my career. The 2 years ago, I just kind of started throwing it in my repertoire, and this year it's really, really helped me out a lot.
You're also called upon to be a hitter on this team. Talk about your approach at the plate.
Just see ball, hit ball. Can't think about anything in the box before I go to the plate. I mean, I have a plan of what pitch I want to hit, and then as soon as I get in the box, just hit it.
You, along with your teammate Kylie Rounsville, have done some work on the RedHawks grounds crew. Talk about what that's been like.
It was great. Last summer, it was an overall joy to work there. I didn't feel like I was going to work. I felt like, I got to be around a game that I love to watch anyway. So just to be able to perfect the field and make it look as nice as possible for the game, it was an absolute honor. What's your major here at OCU? It's Justice Studies, focused on criminology.
And what are your career plans following softball?
We'll see. I'm not exactly sure. Probably going to apply to a few graduate schools. I have applied to one, so we'll see where it takes me.
If you weren't playing softball, what sport would you be playing?
I would probably, that's a tough question. I really don't know. I would like to try soccer, even though I'm not technically that coordinated, but I think it would get me into a lot better shape. So.
All right, thanks very much. Talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Danielle Fox. And coming up next on the OCU Athletics Update, we'll talk to her coach, Phil McSpadden.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to softball coach Phil McSpadden. The Stars currently second in the NAI, and earlier this year had a 21-game winning streak. And Coach, what pieces did this team have coming into this season that provided you some optimism?
Well, we had some talented returning starters, but I thought a lot of the excitement came from just some fresh faces. Probably more of a new cast than we've ever had in any one year that I can remember. 8 new players on the ball club. And I think that just kind of maybe motivated some returners, maybe we're working a little bit harder. Let's, I don't know if you want to say set the tone, but they're challenged somewhat. So I think it was kind of exciting. Like I said, new kids getting a feel for what college athletics is about, or at least 4-year programs. Some of them were JC transfers. And of course, the returners leading the way.
How big of a lift did it give you to have Kylie Rounsville come back from injury? She was the 2012 Catcher of the Year.
Well, huge. Kylie's one of those kids that you wonder if you'll ever be able to replace her again, because at every level, you build a program from the middle out, and it starts with behind the plate. And Kylie has the ability she's a shutdown type catcher when it comes to somebody else's running game. And you could have a catcher in other areas, might call games well, or like I said, frame pitches and good leader on the field. But that doesn't mean that people won't challenge them because they just don't have that ability to intimidate. And Kylie just throws between innings and/or her ability to, a couple years ago, I'm off on stats. I'm not a stats person, but I want to say maybe in 60 games, 25 people tried to steal on her. She'd throw out more than 50%. And even Major League Baseball doesn't have that kind of stat. You're usually looking at 30 or 40%. So Kylie keeps people from running, let alone the ability to shut it down when they try.
Kendra Elastic seems to be having a breakout year at the shortstop position. How has she positioned herself for success?
Kendra's a tremendous athlete, and we were really excited about getting her out of high school. I never felt like she knew how good she could be, and I still don't even know if you'd say the same thing about her. She has all the tools. When you talk about a 5-tool kid, it's all there. Sometimes plays too fast for herself. I mean, that's the one thing that you're addressing with her fielding percentages and stuff like that. Tries to make plays maybe she shouldn't try to make because she has this athletic ability. When, like right now, what I say that she's an All-American candidate, if her fielding percentage doesn't come back to haunt her, and we've talked about that. And like I said, sometimes she just plays outside of her capabilities because she can make the great play, and then you boot something a little more routine as a result of trying to do something too much. So, can she hit with power, run, field? She has the whole package, so a tremendous asset to our ball club.
You talked about several newcomers that you were excited about coming into this year. Talk about some of those that are in the lineup making an impact right now.
Well, last year with, our pitching staff just kind of blew up on us when Danny got hurt, and we let a pitcher go mid-season, and we're relying a lot on a freshman pitcher, and then we had to incorporate a girl that we never expected to pitch for us, an outfielder, in Jamie Ratliff. We were still determined to redshirt Maria Gomez. So she's new for us this year, even though she was on our ball club last year, and could have helped us a year ago. But she's still a work in progress, tremendous work ethic. Throws the ball hard. And of course, she's been a great asset to the ball club this year. Could have been one a year ago, but still is coming up short of her abilities. Her location's spotty, and her movement's kind of hit and miss. But I'm always going to brag about her because she has All-American type potential. Another girl that we recruited off the Venezuela national team is Jocelyn Diaz, and arguably the best athlete on the ball club. You sometimes get frustrated with her because you're expecting so much out of her when you're saying, great athlete, is she a great softball player? Could be, and is not there yet, and that's just, I guess, having to be patient on where can she go, because she's a kid that still lacks some experience. And I can go around, a transfer, Cheyenne Terry coming in from Northwestern, Maxime Van Dalen on the Netherlands junior team, good first baseman for us. We've had a good influx of good kids coming in, and so we're excited about the future.
The National Fast Pitch Coaches Association is going to induct you into their Hall of Fame in 2015. Now, you roll your eyes, but what kind of an honor is that for you?
You feel embarrassed. There's only 50 or 60 people ever been inducted into this thing after all the years of fast pitch. But it's not about you. It just means either you've been around a long time or you've had some great players, and yet you're the one getting the recognition. And so and I'm not trying to sound overly humble, I'm just saying I'm uncomfortable with that, whatever this is supposed to be, because it should be, I could just go through a whole list of tremendous ball players that have helped you win ball games, and in many cases tremendous people that have supported you, behind the scenes, on the scene, whatever. And it's not a one-man honor.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Talking to softball coach Phil McSpadden. You can follow the softball team's progress on OCUsports.com.